A rising Niger Delta activist. She's a woman. You can see on my screen here. She's exchanging words with a caller, a strange caller, who called her. You know why? Because she condemned the behavior of what do you call it, the Redeemed Christian Church of God General Overseer, which you all know as Adeboye. Now, after criticizing these people because they refuse their members to protest against the abduction of these kids and teachers in Oyo State, and this woman came out as an activist. She condemned it, and they condemned these pastors. Now they are calling her, issuing threats. That is how Nigeria rolls. Both pastors, politicians, they are not different from each other. Because if you look at our politicians, they attend most of these big churches, apart from the Muslims. But the Christians, most of them attend these big churches. So they roll with them. They pay good tithe to the church. They stop them from protesting. Now they are threatening this woman. Watch and listen to her.
Justice. Don't come here and be telling me this thing. You want to talk to me? Talk to me in a manner I will understand. You call me on phone. You call me on phone. Tell me what I need to hear. Don't tell me that I'm an activist. The meaning of activist is someone that is ready to die for his country. That's who I am today. I'm ready to die for my country. My country is bleeding. My country is bleeding, so I have to talk. If I did not talk, if I did not talk, another person is not ready to talk, I will talk. If I die for my country, I'm still saying it, I'm hero. I cannot die a coward. Let me die for my country. My country is bleeding and quiet. What am I living for? I am talking for my children. I'm talking for the world to change. If today Nigeria change, and by tomorrow there is good and the Nigeria is better, even though I'm not alive, they will say there was a woman that speak. Alele Williams of Benin, that you are hearing today, she making part in the life of Nigeria. That is why there is no how they can forget her. Alele Williams is a woman. She making part. I'm activist, Mr. Man. I am not a politician. I can never be a politician. Politician of blood-sucking demons, pastors of blood-sucking demons. I will not speak for my country. You are petting me that I should stop doing what? My brother, as I am, I am a widow. I've seen death. I've seen light. I've seen darkness. I've seen pain. I've seen reproach. What else? If I die for my country, I'm a hero. If I die for my country, I'm a hero. So anybody that wants to talk to me, talk what I am going to hear. If at that point they are petting the politician, if they are eating from the politician and they are petting the politician, I am an activist. I am ready to die for my country, for a better Nigeria, for a great nation. Nigeria was not like this. When you were born, Nigeria was like this. Nigeria was not like this. Look at little children in the forest. A forest, such a child, if she or he is rescued tomorrow, do you think that the child will forget the drama that went through in the forest? Do you think that children you are seeing today will forget such drama? They went into that forest. What they experienced in their own country, in their mother's land, in their father's land. You tell me such children will forget about it. They will never forget it. So people like us had to tell the evil government, had to tell the evil pastors, because they call themselves pastors. These politicians go to them for prayers. These politicians visit them for prayers. They can talk to the politicians. They have what it takes to talk to the politicians, for the politicians to hear them. But they could not do it because they are eating money from the politicians, because they are collecting money from the politicians. That makes their mouth to be shut down. They cannot say anything. They cannot defend their country. They cannot defend their people. They cannot defend their nation. They cannot defend those little children in the forest. I have come to defend them. I don't give a damn. If it takes my life, I am happy about it. If it takes my life, I am a hero. What am I living for? What am I living for? When I see a child like that, I am bleeding. I am bleeding in my spirit. I'm bleeding in my soul. I'm bleeding in my body. I could not sleep. A child that went to school, carry a school bag, carry his school bag. I said, Mommy, I'm coming back. Daddy, I'm coming back. What they could hear, that the children were kidnapped in the school. And somebody is telling me, if you attack him, calm down, do this. My dear, Mr. Man, I am not coming down. If it is the voice that the evil want to listen to, my voice will go gaga with them. My voice will go gaga with them. I am ready to die. I am not afraid of death. I can never be a coward. It's only a coward that died many times before his death. I'm not afraid of death. The day I took my camera, I asked people to video me. I decreed to death to myself. I say, anyhow it happened, let the will be done. So don't give me that trash.